Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Orcs Unchained. Today we're going for the master map Avalanche. Let's get right into it. First off, the hero we take should be a ranged hero. Melee heroes struggle a little bit with ice enemies. Thankfully we do only have to deal with orcs and not humans. So that's the good news for melee heroes. However, since ranged heroes have it a little bit easier, and we do have access to one of the best heroes in the game, Max, we're going to run it with Max. Loadout wise, we definitely need our two guardians, one a cook and one shielder. You will see why. Loadout wise, we're going with barricades, brimstone, tar, floor spikes, floor scorcher, grinder, and the ceiling ballista. We are focusing on cost reduction for our physical traps, of course, especially the floor spikes and the grinder do play a pretty big role in our kill boxes, and we're also reducing the fire trap cost, because since we do have to deal with ice enemies, fire traps are pretty valuable. Wall building PhD, not really necessary, but since we do have sappers, the enemies might hit us. Also, we do have some mercenaries. The bouncing bear is a possibility. That's why we definitely need some region on our barricades. And ultimate set of tools, because it's the best trade one can have. Alright, now let's go to the workshop and discuss our parts. So here we are. First off, the barricade. I don't like revenge rune in general. I don't want my barricades to be destroyed. That's why I'm always going with reusable shielding. So in the off chance they are destroyed, I still have the possibility to replace it, or at least more or less replace it immediately. Then stamp parts just to reduce the cost, and double struts, again, same as revenge rune. I don't want my barricades to be destroyed, at least not that easily. That's why we're going with damage reduction to our barricades. The next one, oh, there it is, it's brimstone. I like XP on my brimstone. The resonator, the fire resonator, it works on fire traps, so that's why the fire resonator is mandatory at this point. And the short spring is because I do not have access to a charge spring, and the cost reduction on brimstone is great. The cooldown increase is not a big deal, it's only from a 0.13 cooldown to a 0.2. It's not a big deal. The spikes. Enemies who survive the spikes will be really tanky motherfucker. That's why I like to reduce their armor, so other traps have it easier to kill them. That's why the debilitation resonator. As a spring, the charge spring, I like the cooldown reduction without increasing the cost. And trigger, I don't have anything to say to trigger except I don't like the trigger on spikes at all. They're pretty good, there are ways to work with them. I dislike them a lot. That's why I only have the combo generator, just in case. The grinder, definitely a double spring. Since we can reduce the cost of our grinder, definitely going with stamp parts and a double spring. It's a great combination of those two, I really like it. Then also the kinetic resonator, so the enemies are slowed by a little bit, which increases the overall effectiveness of the grinder. And also probably some other traps, it depends which one are around the grinder. Then the next one is tar, just increasing money and going with subsidized parts. Even if I had access to stamp parts, it still would be subsidized parts. Because in the early game, those plus 500 coins are basically a bonus star trap you can place. It's really great to have that. Don't need a Viscous Terror, it's more beneficial, but again, it does not matter. It barely matters on any map I encountered so far. Ceiling Ballistas, I would love to have a charge spring, but since I don't have it, I don't use any other spring. I don't want to increase the cooldown, and I definitely do not want to make it way more expensive than it is right now. Going with Debilitation and Ceiling Ballista, same reason as for the spikes. The ones who survive it will not survive the next trap. That's the idea. Flow Scorcher. Again, the Fire Resonator on burning traps, on fire traps in general. It's one of the best ideas one can have. And going with a double spring. Again, not ideal, but I do want to have my refire rate as close to the burn duration as possible. Especially on the Flow Scorcher. Not needed on any other fire trap, but on the Flow Scorcher it's really, really important. Alright, and this is our loadout. This is what we take for Avalanche. So I'm considering Avalanche requires quite some time. I'm going to cut it right here. So 6 minutes for this episode, and actually, let's get right into it. It does not matter. We are prepared. Let's see if OBS is prepared. Hopefully it is. If not, I will know it. Alright, let's do this thing. Okay, the early lags. Again, I do apologize about the early lags. Cannot do much about it. Anyways, first off, we seal off the direction right here. So we force the enemies to take the middle path. And that's just a great idea in general. So we can create a kill box right here that will eliminate all enemies coming through the north and also coming through that direction. So closing this one for real. We will take care mostly of the left side. The idea is to create a self-sustained lane, well, everywhere, but primarily on the right. So that's why we can bounce between left and the kill box right here. That means all enemies which will survive this area will face us right here, and we can still guarantee the hopefully easy victory. Alright. So, trap-wise, we don't need brimstone in here, at least not yet. Thanks to the Flow Scorcher, we do have a range fire trap plus a physics trap. That's why brimstone is for now not really needed. That's why we can go with a little bit more tar to increase the effectivity of our Flow Scorcher, and as you see, it's perfectly in the range. Let's go.
Enemy has opened a minion portal.
Okay. Let's see if we can deal with them. Somewhat reliable. I don't like archers at all. So also not trying to kill them right away. We need coins. We definitely need coins, combo coins, all kinds of coins. That's why we will also take the level 2 Weaver of Max, which focuses on coins. Because it would be nice to not take care of any lane whatsoever. So, there we go. Now I do have the The right grinder, then we go with spikes. Some burst damage is always nice. And then we are closing with a brimstone. Another combo and... ooh, a 5 combo. Ah. I'm not a combo guy, by the way. I barely know how they work, and I barely can create a good loadout for combos. That's why I'm definitely the wrong person to talk about it. But I still try to go for as many combos as possible when I'm in the position to rely heavily on money. So, oh, he survived. It's actually not that bad. I'm a little bit salty towards that regard. So there it is. We're generating coins. Definitely generating coins. So there he is again. He marked me. And he's down. There we go. Kinda lucky with a mercenary in here. Usually it's someone who is a little bit more poisonous. Alright. Good. We're basically done with this side. We're done. We're more or less done with this side. Now we can start by forcing the wave that is coming from this side to our middle area. Also, we are leaving the rifts open just for some more money from the enemies who are coming from the rift. So we do have some more spare money for the next lanes. And there it is. That looks good. So the first wave... the first wave, I mean... the first rift only spawns shield trolls, which is actually not that bad. We can deal with them so much reliable. There we go. Everyone's done. Thanks to the higher level, they're not an issue. Usually they require a little bit more attention. Thankfully, not this time. Okay, then again, a brimstone. That seems very good. So, right, those are only trolls now. I completely forgot they haven't spawned yet. Okay, and there we go, another grinder. And that's the beauty. Let's see how many of them will survive this path. There we go, another few are done. And there we go, everyone died. Thanks to the actual combination of traps and also thanks to the trap level. Every trap is currently on level 7 except of my ballistas and my scorcher. But they are on a good way for the next level. Oh, more archers. Okay, he managed to hit me, not bad. And there we go. Let's stay on top of our health, just in case. One might never know when we have to tank. So, the fifth wave. Little bit tricky. Needs more attention. We do have TNT archers. And some... oh, everyone's dead. And some kamikazes. Definitely have to take care of them, otherwise they will ruin this barricade and we might have encountered some problems. Ceiling ballistas cannot be placed here, except they can be placed there. It's quite interesting. And they also can be placed here. That's most likely thanks to the recent update. I'm not really that sure. I've never seen that area. Anyways, let's go with a couple ballistas. So we're more secured. 4 should be enough. Of course, the idea is to go with more ballistas than there, but doesn't matter. It does not matter. So the tier 3 upgrade is more tricky. It's a little bit more tricky. I do like the damage to minions, increased damage to minions, but I also love more HP. I also like the battered self-reflection. It's also really helpful most of the time. Runners. This wave is full with runners. So it might need some attention. I would love to go for the next door directly. But runners have the power to overwhelm one. I doubt that. I heavily doubt that. On this level. But still, they do have the power. So never underrate any enemy. Except that the line mercenary, he's kinda boring. I said too many enemies at the front. There we go, there are the runners, and the shield throws. Now we're golden, no issues anymore. So now let's go to this side directly. Let's place the shield guardian. Last time I always place a cook guardian, so it's more or less a victory in itself that I placed the correct guardian right from the get-go. So actually, let's go with a Scorcher. So we utilize the physics a little bit. And the spikes. And we can go right away. Let's have for a good mercenary. Again? This dude? No, he should die right away. Yep, there it is. Okay, and the rift is right here. It's not an issue. That's definitely a good thing. Let's place a Scorcher right there. The last Weaver is the most important one. So we either have the slow from our E, which is not really necessary considering the damage we're dealing with it. Extends damage reflection. It's great, but I do appreciate the spread damage. There we go, more money, 600 coins. So spreading out everything in here. And we are done. This lane is now self-sustained. Everything that survives will have to face the Guardian, and the Guardian will just... I mean, hopefully eat them alive. We also could place a few Scorchers, a few Grinder, maybe Tar Spikes. And... oh, I forgot about them. Oh, come on. Okay, they haven't destroyed our barricades. Thanks to the high level, and thanks to the double threats on there. But it's bad. I completely forgot about Sabers. So it's the 8th wave. You have to take care about. Well, to take care of. Okay, now we place our last Guardian in here. Our cook. Our chef. Again, nothing should be able to make it through the middle, and indeed, nothing survives it. So we go with the loadout like that. So it's how it helps out a great deal. The more fire traps, the better it is. Against ice enemies, makes sense. But still. Not every fire trap is a good one. Firecracker, for example, is terrible.
Quick, destroy it.
Okay, would love to have another barricade. Ah, there we go. There's enough money. There's this barricade. Okay, we have a few more bugs and the last brimstone. Really helpful. So on the left side is our major focus. Also, the lane right here. So it's 2 big ones.
Enemy minions incoming.
2 mountain trolls. There we go. Not quite enough for the other one. Not for the combo. But it's fine. So now we don't have to take care of anything else. We are basically done. Now we just try to get for less time. Let's try to save some time. Otherwise we are done. We're set up. Okay, I forgot about Snowflake. Around 4 minutes. That's a pretty good time. It's definitely possible to make it faster. But in order to make it faster, we do have to sacrifice a few bucks. A few coins. So, how is every side looking? So far it's pretty good. The Ogres, they are done. Here we go, runners, still too many runners. But that's totally fine. How could I miss? Here we go. Last ones on top, not an issue. And ones on the right are also done. And there we go. $3.69 million. That sounds like a really great score. Let's see in the ranking. 3.69. Yeah, there we go, 15th. Alright guys, that's it for this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could learn something. If you did, consider to like it. If you didn't, then dislike it. If you have any feedback, any comments whatsoever, or any ideas to the series in general, just leave a comment in the section down below. Otherwise guys, thank you for watching and have a nice day.